Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And I'm burning. I'm just burning.
Is that a Terminator reference?
I guess so. I'm gonna
Burning.
put the thumb up. it's also
And,
kind of a Terry Bogard reference, but yeah.
I meant the "You Got Me Burning" from Terminator 1. You know, in the tech noir.
Yeah, but I'm also considering like what I would rather do after watching Inferno, because that was a shit show.
But we don't have a shit show for you today. In fact, let me check.
You don't have any more dumb
Oh!
Infernos to jump into?
Geo.
Yes. What is
It's October.
it? Oh my god, it is. Wow.
You know what that means?
Candy and porno and drugs and grapes.
It means they have Christmas stuff in stores now.
Oh yeah, that's true, right? It means my neighbors haven't taken down their Christmas lights still. It's been months.
But what it really means is it is time
It means I
once
have to
again.
burn their house down.
No, that's October 30th is Devil's Night. We already did the Crow movies.
Ah, okay, I see.
But it's time once again for the time-honored tradition of Mindbreakers Halloween.
Yes, the show
And
that gives
we're
out candy every episode,
Yes, but it's candy from strangers, so don't take it.
and it rots your teeth and your brains.
And, well, we've been getting to this one for a while. We're finally at the big one.
Classico, Magnifico.
Genre-defining, one could say.
Yes, definitely, for sure. Childhood shaking, even one might add to that.
We finally come around at last to Halloween.
Yay!
The movie Halloween. And I don't know why I have to specify this, because they gave up on just actually naming the movies after a while. This is the 1978 Halloween.
Yeah.
Not the 2008 Halloween or the 2018 Halloween.
Straight up annoying how many times I was trying to look for this one and found the other. Fucking irritating, man. It's like, oh hey, where can I find Halloween 1978? Oh yeah, freaking go look at Shudder. Okay, where else can I find it? You can torrent it. Okay.
I'm just happy I have DVDs.
Yeah. 2 is even more annoying, I find. There's nowhere to find that one. I can't even find a working torrent of that one.
Which is weird, because I did and sent it to you.
Yeah, but I couldn't.
You're just not... Well, that's because you're not the Pirate King.
No, I spent an entire fucking day, man, looking around, and I couldn't fucking find one single one that worked. It was so agitating. I was like, come on.
Gio,
what?
you know that the first thing you do when you're looking for a hard-to-find horror movie is ask me. You know this.
Well, that's why I was like, you have a copy of this? Because I know.
Yeah, but you should have done that first before wasting your time.
Hey, I wanted to try, okay? And I did. Cause,
Do or do not. There is no try.
hey, I found a lot of torrents for this one, okay? And they're all down.
Oh, I once tried to find a torrent of the film Demons and found an interesting hate speech ramble instead.
That's cool.
I didn't download it. The link was just this long protracted string of crazy talk.
That's pretty cool.
No, it wasn't.
Well, that's like, you found something interesting, at least. Like, that's something to talk about.
Anyway, Halloween from 1978, 7.7 out of 10, which is pretty high.
It should be a little higher, I think. Maybe like 0.5 more, I would say.
Look, a lot of quote-unquote serious film critics are never going to give any horror movie more than a 6.
Yeah, Siskel and Ebert put an end to that one.
Yeah, they were heavily biased against the genre.
In the critical, stream.
Its Metascore is 87, though.
Of course.
Whatever that means.
Well, that's like
15
audience reaction.
15 years after murdering his sister on Halloween night, 1963, Michael Myers escapes from a mental hospital and returns to the small town of Haddonfield, Illinois, to kill again.
He will kill again.
It's what he does. It's all he does.
They duel. That's what they do, Merrick.
I can't really pretend I've never seen this movie.
Oh yeah,
I watch this every year.
Yeah.
It's by my favorite director of all time, John Carpenter, or one of my favorite directors of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first film Jamie Lee Curtis was ever in.
Right.
And it stars a fantastic actor, Donald Pleasance, as Dr. Loomis.
Yeah, he's cool.
You may know him as Blomfeld, leader of Spectre from James Bond things. Yeah. He was in the Vicar of Wakefield. Not Vicar of Wakefield. The Barchester Chronicles. Mm-hmm. He was the vicar in that. He was very good in that. He was in some Miss Marple as Nemesis.
Yeah, he was honestly
fantastic actor.
Both these movies have really good casting. Like all the movies.
And let's just watch Halloween, the night he came home. And can I just point out the original cover for Halloween one? Beautiful.
Well, yeah,
it's the one we have in the thumbnail, the one with the knife, and the after images from the knife are making it's so good.
It's really, really good. Like, this movie is freaking awesome, bro. Like, everything about this is fantastic, honestly. Like,
it's rare that even the poster is perfect.
Yeah, even the game that was on the fucking Genesis or whatever was good.
The fan made PC game I played wasn't that perfect.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. But the actual the official one, it was one of the first horror games, I think.
Horror game, yeah. I think it was. I think you're right there.
Yeah, and it was one of the first games I think on the Genesis that had decapitation.
Look down and remember that it's all in your head. Anyway, let's begin this. Decapitation! Anyway, let's begin this wonderful season with not the first slasher film. Both Black Christmas and Texas Chainsaw Massacre came first, but one of the ones that really helped make slasher films what they are today, or at least what they were through the 80s and 90s.
Yep. Good job, John. You did good. Let's do this.
Let's watch this.
Halloween night. A small American town. 15 years ago.
Michael?
Halloween.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil. I think he'll come back.
Exploring uncharted territory.
Totally charted.
Just talk.
Sure. The only reason she babysits is to have
Halloween.
Okay, come on out. Halloween. The night he came home.
I have objective proof that this movie is perfect.
Aside from the fact that, you know, it's just like the music's wonderful and the setting is wonderful and the dialogue.
I mean, objective. You can tell something is perfect if adding to it detracts from it.
Yeah, it sure.
And my version is the special edition,
mm-hmm.
which means that when Halloween 2 was being made, and this movie had actually become popular, they sold it to NBC to show on TV, but they had to cut out some of the gorier scenes because totally worth the effort to put a slasher film on television if you're taking out the gory scenes. There's totally a point.
Yeah, people just, like, honestly, it's a good story, so, like, it makes sense why people would still want to watch it, especially, like, around Halloween time. Like, on TV would be a good place to, you know, just sit down and watch a story like this. It'd be cool.
But
I understand why.
So they had to cut out about 11 minutes of footage,
mm-hmm.
so to replace those, they shot new scenes. And to fill out the running time, and my version has those scenes edited back into the final product.
Right, yeah.
And there's one with Donald Pleasance with black makeup rubbed through his beard to make him look younger, talking to the board of directors immediately after Michael's committed.
Mm-hmm.
They have one showing his room in the hospital, spoiling some stuff for Michael's backstory.
Oh, yeah?
They have one with Laurie and I think... What's her name?
Annie?
I think so.
It's either
Not
Annie
Annie.
or Linda.
Linda.
One or the other.
Linda trying to borrow a silk blouse from Laurie, and a longer shot of Michael Myers' face.
Oh, really? From right at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A clearer shot of his face, which really they make the movie a little less good. They don't make it bad. I don't think you can make this bad, but those shots being there, those scenes being there, detract from the finished product.
Yeah, because you can tell it's like these are made for TV shots, and like they're just kind of, you know, stalling for time.
It's also
we
didn't need those scenes is the thing.
Yeah, but it's like you could tell that it was like made for TV monster flick shots. that were
It's like
spliced in.
it's like, what was what was Darth Vader before he was Darth Vader? Doesn't matter, kind of thing.
Yeah, like you should watch this movie without caring really who Michael Myers is.
It's unnecessary information that bogs down the film.
Right. And like I find that's kind of one of the problems with the second one, but we'll get to that afterwards.
So we start out with, well, a simple but really, really good opening, which is just
iconic.
A slow. It's all black except for a jack-o'-lantern off to the left, and a slow zoom into it with the credits on the side and the Halloween theme playing.
Yeah. And like the shot even after that is iconic. Like that whole scene at the beginning where Michael's going into the house and stabs his sister.
Yep. But the whole opening just it's before we get like proper into the review of this one, I got to say this is a movie where nothing happens for a full hour.
Yeah, most of the movie not
but
really
you
much
do
happens.
not but when you're watching it, you do not notice that nothing is happening for an hour.
Well, because you're interested in the characters.
Yeah, it's a really good, and that's so rare with this kind of movie.
Yeah, and it's building atmosphere, it's building suspense. You don't know when he's gonna do something. Like, he's there in the background. He could do something at any time, but he bides his time. He waits.
So, we get the opening. We're at the we're in Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yes, we're not in Maine.
We're at.
Fuck.
We're gonna get back to Maine eventually.
Good lord.
The people lived in Maine, of course. There's nowhere else to live.
Oh yeah, can I talk about that first shot though, where he's stabbing his sister?
Yeah,
that whole scene. So,
were you surprised it wasn't Jantra?
No. I have two problems with that scene though. Like two big problems.
Okay.
With that. And I'm pretty sure other people have talked about them before.
Well, a kid comes home, watches a guy come in, do adult things upstairs with his sister, and then leave. It doesn't seem like it takes a long time, and she's brushing her hair in the window. She's brushing her hair in the mirror when he comes in. She's shocked, and then we get the scene.
Okay, so I guess that makes it three things then, because the fact that they're done in literally 2 seconds is ridiculous.
Like, especially with how it's not ridiculous. It's ridiculous how satisfied she seems.
Satisfied, and how sad this man is. Like, come on, guy. Like, there's pills for this. Come on. Well, don't come on. Wait a bit. Hold out. Anyways, so one of the things I have a problem with,
okay,
is, I guess the second thing, is the fact that, like, the boyfriend doesn't notice on his way out.
Yeah, that was... Well, he wasn't looking.
Yeah, but
I have peripheral vision, so I don't know what his excuse is.
Yeah, it's like, do you have literally any peripheral vision at all? Like, no, you don't.
Or maybe, because presumably he's been here before since she's his girlfriend, he's just used to the weird Myers kid.
Maybe he shot too much nud, and like it just went in his eye. He couldn't see shit after.
Nud? Oh yeah.
You know, spummage.
Oh yes.
The
yes. Okay. Okay.
The other thing, the last and final thing is, why is the camera like higher than a child's head would be? If it's
and we know it's his
child,
and not because it's from the eyes of the creepy clown mask he put on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we know that it's him, but it's like it's trying to completely throw off our expectations, making us think that he's actually older, But it's like there's no reason for that. There's literally no reason this could have been like shot from the lower angle. Literally none.
Mm.
Aside from the expectation, the implication.
Mm. Now, that clown
Literally
mask
zero.
was funnily enough the original Michael Myers mask they had in mind.
Yeah, it was. They were originally just gonna put him in the clown mask and have him chase people around, and honestly, it would have been clown shoes. I wouldn't have fucking liked that shit. It would have been stupid.
And they found it unsettling, but then they picked the mask he goes with, which
It makes more sense.
is, well, no, it doesn't make more sense. It's a Captain Kirk mask painted
I
white.
say it makes sense, man, because like honestly, you think about it, it's like okay, if he's getting out of an asylum.
But I don't know if they used the clown mask, if this would have been the massive
It wouldn't have made as much sense, man.
hit we're still talking about.
It wouldn't have made as much sense. He would have been walking around, No, he wouldn't even have to been like walking around. He would have been driving in a car, wearing a clown mask the entire time, inside of a police official's car, like a government car, with a clown mask on. A scary clown mask, no less. And he would have basically just been like... He would have been caught in like 2 seconds. It would have been like the most obvious thing ever.
May I point out a flaw in your reasoning?
What?
It's Halloween.
Yeah, but it's a government official's car. What government official is going to drive around in a fucking creepy clown mask on the job?
What government official is going to drive around in a Captain Kirk mask and a blue coverall?
It makes more sense because it's a more human look. It's a normal mask.
Okay, so like
it's a normal guy's face.
So like close inspection, it would still be
it's like it's
wrong,
a dude in a car. It's not a
but if you just
kind of
catch a glimpse, if you don't look closely, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not paying attention, it looks like a normal guy. If he's wearing a clown mask, you go, why the fuck is this creepy clown wearing like driving around in a government official's mask?
What if he's wearing a creepy clown mask, but then you look closer and it's not a mask?
It's his actual face.
Yes.
And then you look closer at his face, and it's just an ass.
What if you look closer at his face and it's you?
and the clown nose is inside the cheeks, being clenched in.
What if you were the turkey the entire time? I was the turkey the whole time.
Jamie Lee Curtis has got to stop smoking that kush.
So, we get the murder, looking at the hand, and then kid comes out in a clown suit with the mask on, holding the bloody knife when his parents get home.
Yeah.
And they take the mask off him. And it's 1980. It's 1978.
Yep. It's 1978 immediately.
And Donald Pleasance is in a car.
Yes. He's driving with the nurse.
We're ignoring the scene. We're ignoring the special edition scenes from my version.
Yeah, let's just not talk about those because you kind of already capped over those.
Yeah, they don't make the movie better, and you haven't seen that version, so it wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen it. Plus, on top of that, like it's like if you.
It's not like when last episode when Mini Matt and I reviewed I Am Legend, and I was gonna say I got the bad ending, he got the good ending, but both endings are bad because that movie is bad.
Yeah, kind of.
And we just compared and contrasted the endings.
Well, like I have the DVD that has the bonus ending as like a thing in the bonus features, but it's like when you're watching the regular movie, it doesn't replace the ending with the bonus ending, as far as I know.
I mean,
I don't think that's
as I said last week. It having that ending does not magically make the film good.
Oh yeah,
it's still bad.
Sure, but like
it's still weird anti-vaxxer propaganda.
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day,
I guess so. But like the only reason I find like to even talk about those scenes again is like unless you have a problem with them, like unless you can think of some kind of problem, I don't think there's any reason to talk about them again because they're literally just made for TV splicing shots. So Anyways,
I
they're
mean,
driving
the
to
one where they're having the hearing does look much less like a place where there'd be a medical hearing
Oh yeah.
with doctors, and more like a classroom from university.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, did they film it in a school?
I think they did.
They probably did. Like, I find that's like one of the most like, just like easy go-to things is just like in filming. Just, oh hey, we're gonna have this office building. Okay, where can we film? I guess school's easy. Okay, cool. Let's get a permit to go film in this school.
And like, hey, can we film in the schools? Like, I don't know. Can you let some of our film program students do the crew work? Yeah, okay. All right, then cool. Yeah, that would be good training for them.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta.
So he's driving in a car being driven with a nurse.
Yes. By the nurse.
And they're talking by the nurse, and they're talking about Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wanting to say Mike Myers, but then that would make the
I
about
wrote in my
Shrek.
notes the entire time. Writing in my notes, I refer to him as Mike Myers.
Michael Myers, International Man of Mystery.
Yeah, exactly.
Just Michael Myers. Michael Myers comes up. What are you doing in my swamp?
Yeah, baby, yeah. Can we get an entire cut of this movie that just replaces all the dialogue? Like literally just like every time he shows up with just like random Mike Myers like audio clips. Random ones.
and monkeys might fly out of my butt.
Yeah. Just random ones. You ever get
Wayne's World?
You ever see
Wayne's
Bugs
World,
Bunny
body
dressed
type.
like a girl bunny, and like you know he's a guy bunny, but he's dressed up as a girl bunny, and it gets you like all aroused, hot and bothered. Yeah,
yeah, that's a line from Wayne's World, but that was said by Dana Carvey, not Mike Myers.
No, I like the idea of having Dana Carvey like in that shoot also, like just spliced in also. Be funny. He's like wearing, like Mike Myers is wearing the hat. a little fucking.
Just cut to Michael Myers, who's wearing the Adidas tracksuit from the bear and eating a bag of Doritos.
Fucking shit. And you go,
okay,
excellent!
Back on track. Back on track.
Yes.
So
they show up
now I
want to
watch Wayne's
and
World.
all the crazies are gone. Like all the crazies are out and about.
But first, it's like, hey, so what are we putting him on for when he was being when he's going up in the stand?
Oh yeah.
Thorazine.
Mm-hmm.
He'll barely be able to sit up. That's the point.
Yeah.
It's evil. Can you refer to it as him? No.
No.
I don't. He's evil.
What's his pronoun? It. Why? Because that's what he insists on being called.
It's so all the prisoners are out. Michael Myers jumps on the car with the nurse in it, smashes in the window, steals it, and escapes.
You can't even tell it's him, for one.
But someone does.
Yeah, exactly. At first, I was, like, the first time I watched this, I was literally just like, is this a killer? Like, is this Anna
I mean, clearly it was Jason Voorhees, and it was part of a completely unrelated film.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing, though, is, like, the nurse is inside the car after Donald Pleasance gets out and, like, goes to check the front gate. And she's there. She's behind the wheel and everything. The psycho jumps on top of the car, starts slapping at the windows and everything. And, like, he's completely unarmed. Yet she jumps out of the fucking car, scared out of her wits, and lets him get inside and drive the fuck off.
I mean, in her defense, he is strong enough to slap a window and the window explodes. So
I could do that. Fuck it, I've done that before. Like, it's not hard. But she leaves the car.
Yeah, she's supposed to be trained to deal with these people.
Yeah, but like, even even untrained, you don't get out of the car. Like, you don't let him take the car.
Well, maybe the car's insured.
Like, even if it is, you don't let him get away. He takes the car, you're fucked. And they do get fucked.
It's called panic.
We live in a society.
Shut up.
Anyways, like, it's just fucking... It makes no sense why she would get the fuck out of the car and just let him go.
Don't you go bringing that Schneider cut nonsense in here.
No, but like...
This is a Schneider-free zone. He hasn't made a good movie yet.
I know, but it's just like...
Except maybe 300.
Look, all I'm saying is she shouldn't have gotten out of the fucking car. She just should have, like, let Donald Pleasance just come back to the car, fight him off together, and they would have, like, fucking... Or literally just back the car up and have him fly off.
And then we wouldn't have a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So shush.
Yeah, but, like, we wouldn't have had a movie if she would have just been smarter.
Yeah, so shush.
Yeah, but
we wouldn't have had a movie.
We would have had a problem. This whole movie would have been, like, it's because we have the problem, the implication.
I'm okay with them being, with the character acting stupid if it means we get a movie. Also, I get the idea that in this movie everyone who isn't Dr. Loomis is supposed to be kind of an idiot.
Yeah, I guess so. That's kind of true.
So he can be the smartest man in the room.
Right.
Then he'll be the smartest man on the cinder.
But, like, okay, if she would have just solved the problem, like, right then and there, we wouldn't have had a movie.
Exactly.
And they all lived happily ever after they broke his legs with the car, put him in the back seat, and fucking took him to his hearing. Case closed. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but why are you harping on this? We wouldn't have had a movie, and it doesn't matter what could have happened. It didn't happen, so it's an irrelevancy.
It would have fixed the problem.
And then we wouldn't have had a movie, though.
She would have been big hero, okay?
And we wouldn't have had a movie, and we wouldn't be here, so why are you harping on about irrelevancies?
Okay, fine. Everybody deserves to die in this film anyways, with the exception
of
fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. And Loomis. Loomis doesn't deserve to die either.
So
yeah, back to what we're getting at, I guess.
Normal day in Haddonfield.
Yep, next day, Halloween.
Though actually, I think it's the same day because this was like 1 or 2 a.m.
No, it says 30th at the beginning of the scene, and then it says 31st, Halloween. But yeah, we get Jamie Lee Curtis walking down the street.
Yep.
She's joined by what's his name? Tommy Doyle?
Yeah, let me check.
It was Doyle.
Well, I know his name is Tommy. It's played by Brian Andrews.
I think it was Tommy Doyle.
It's played by Brian Adams.
Wow, really?
No.
Okay, not that Brian Adams?
No.
Okay.
Brian Andrews.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, Brian Adams.
So,
talking about
it's normal stuff. Talking about she's going to be babysitting him Halloween's. Like, can you watch the monster? Like, they're going to be watching a monster movie, doing the jack-o'-lanterns, eating popcorn, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then we meet her friends, and we sit in class for a bit. She's being kind of stalked by the gray car.
Yeah.
We find Loomis on the way there notes that not only has the car been stolen, but also there's a dead mechanic and his coverall's been stolen.
Mm-hmm. They also
and we also
talking about like fate.
Yes, I hate this English teacher.
Yeah, it's like on the
she has an
English
annoying
lesson.
One, she has an annoying annoying voice. Two, fate is nonsense.
Mm-hmm. But
I have no patience for fate. Fate is as good as admitting you're a puppet. What
about Fate's
I have.
Night?
It's a cow. I don't know what that is.
It's an anime.
I don't know what that is.
Continue.
Just, I don't know. Fate just seems like a weak excuse for being a horrible or weak person.
Well, like, sometimes it makes sense. But, like...
No, it doesn't. You're, like, anytime someone mentions fate about anything, you're just confessing to me that you're too weak to make your own life choices.
Yeah, but again...
That
you're the one that tells me that if it wasn't for the fact that she got out the car, we wouldn't have a movie. That right there is fate.
Yes. This is a work of fiction.
Yeah. And fiction is basically just, like, fate played out. Like, what
Explain.
if? Like, all fiction is what if, man.
I don't understand the point you're attempting to make.
Like, okay, look, all fiction is fate played out. It's all just what if questions played to the inevitable conclusion that leads to the ending of said story. So like fiction just explains kind of like what fate like is in life. You know, it makes us like see that like, okay, yeah, every little decision kind of like leads us down a path in life. It's like we all have choices. Like it teaches us that, you know, day after day. And it's like, yeah, there is fate. Fate exists.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It does, dude. Don't you tell me that there's some shit that you could have done in your life that wouldn't have changed your future or your present right now.
Yeah, but that isn't fate. I made a conscious decision. Whether or not it was the right decision is not what we're talking about right now. But fate
there is no right
is
decision.
just what fate is just something people trot out because they can't accept they made a wrong choice.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any such thing as right decisions either. I think there's just like better decisions.
Okay, sorry. Decisions that have a favorable outcome.
Yeah. Better decisions.
Still fate.
Okay, you can not.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. I scoff at the idea and view anyone who harps on fate being a thing as somehow touched in the head, to use a polite expression about it.
How about like stabbed around their body and not being actually hit with the knife, like his sister kind of was at the beginning of the movie?
What?
when Mike's stabbing his sister at the beginning of the film, he kind of just stabs around her. You don't really get a good look at him actually hitting her with a knife.
Really, a movie made in 1978 with a budget of $1,000 isn't going to have the best stab effect. Okay, really, I never would have.
I guess I'm nitpicking that one.
Yeah, that's some nitpicking.
I love this review so far. This is great. Okay, so yeah, fate being hit on the nose aside, we get the kid also getting bullied. Tommy's getting bullied by some asshole kids.
Yeah, this scene does bother me because I really just want him to deck the bullies because they're really annoying and not creative, and I'm disappointed Michael didn't get them.
Yeah, honestly. It also starts the trend of little kids bumping into Michael Myers and not knowing who the fuck he is, but being scared anyway.
Yeah, because there's a big guy wearing a Captain Kirk mask.
Sometimes not even
maybe
wearing
a mask. Maybe they're just afraid of Captain Kirk. I'm afraid of Captain Kirk.
He's not wearing a mask. I can understand why, because he looks like fucking. He looks like Leatherface.
No, he doesn't.
He looks like Jason Voorhees then. There.
No, he doesn't.
He kind of does.
No, he doesn't. We get a clear shot of his face, and he's just a dude.
He also, like, he has, like, kind of bumps on his forehead, though, just a bit. Like, he looks like...
No, he doesn't.
He looks like he dropped on his little noodle.
No, he doesn't.
Just a little bit.
Nope.
He looks weird, though. He does look weird.
Yeah, he looks weird, but no weirder than you.
Okay.
He's just a guy.
A compliment.
He's just a guy. It's Dick Warlock, actually. But
yeah, I know it's Dick Warlock, which honestly is a great fucking name.
It is the greatest name.
It's the greatest name ever. He has.
But yeah, they're
level penis.
He sees but they're telling him about the boogeyman, and then some more nonsense with the other teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember their names because they're just kill fodder.
For the most part.
Goes a bit slice of life. Lori thinks she's being stalked because she kind of is.
It kind of does go slice of life. This should have been an anime.
I don't want to have this 90-minute film stretch out to 1,000 episodes.
Oh god. The filler.
And it wouldn't even be good filler like in Inuyasha, where it's character growth instead of the nonsense Naraku plot. It would just be.
Don't you fucking tell me Inuyasha has good filler. Fuck you, asshole.
Well, it does.
Don't you talk to me about Inuyasha having good filler.
The good episodes are filler episodes.
Not all of them.
It's better than the main plot episodes.
True.
Like, would you rather some interesting story or them looking for Naraku and not finding him? And that's your episode.
Hey, trying to find Naraku's like trying to find the clitoris, man. Just some people can't.
Okay, so we're gonna skip ahead because nothing basically happens except to Halloween night. And Loomis is he's talking to the sheriff and like, hey, there's a murderer in your town.
Yeah,
and this is a problem. I went to the graveyard and he had stolen
his sister's
Jennifer Myers
Judith
Myers headstone.
Mm. Also,
how'd you know it was him? Well, who else would do it?
Kids. The answer to every question, basically, as to like who the hell would do this, basically, is kids. To the sheriff. Crazy neighborhood kids.
Oh, it's those Duke boys again.
It's them Duke boys driving around, fucking blasting Blue Oyster Cult and smoking the marijuanas.
Yeah, they play Don't Fear the Reaper, and it's a really good song, and I like hearing it and things.
They also like to blast it while smoking weed, which is the time to...
I don't think it was weed. I thought they looked like just normal...
They were smoking fucking weed.
How can you tell?
Okay, for one, they're passing the joint back and forth. For two, she tells fucking Lori to put it away when she sees her dad, the cop.
Yeah, but I think that's just because it's her dad and she's not supposed to be smoking the cigarette.
Nah, they smoke in the reefer, bro.
Alright, doesn't really change anything.
Also because Lori's like coughing on that shit hard and she's making weed faces.
And
they're taking like little puffs.
We find out Michael Myers is probably the least likable of the slashers because he's killed and eaten 2 dogs.
He's eaten 2 dogs?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true because their bodies are never found.
Well, we know he's eaten 1 dog.
Yes.
And he kills another dog, and that's not acceptable for me.
Oh yeah, it's kind of not cool, but at the same time, like in the second one, it kind of explains why he kills the animals.
Okay.
Sorta. Anyway.
And that's next week. Stop talking about that. That's next week.
Yeah, I know, but as
one movie at a time.
Hey, we're talking about the series, okay? Might as well.
Yeah. Linda has her boyfriend over, and these names are not easy to remember.
Yeah, I know. It's
And
like
Annie
Linda or
has...
Annie.
And Annie's going to meet her boyfriend, Paul,
Yeah.
but sends the kid she's supposed to be looking after to Laurie's house, to the house where Laurie's looking after Tommy.
Yeah, Lindsay. That was the little
Lindsay.
girl's name. That's like probably why you're getting confused, because there's Lindsay, Laura, and Lori.
Right, and Linda,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
is
Linda,
meeting her
Lindsay,
boyfriend.
Lori. Yeah, those are the 3 L's.
I keep whenever I watch this, I keep seeing Tommy, and I'm like, why is this kid dressed like a spaceman? And then I'm like, oh, duh, it's Halloween. Never mind.
He also kind of looks like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I thought, but this was 1978. And I don't know if that would be as popular a costume when the movie had just been out for a year.
It's just the hair, though. The hair
and
screams
the
Luke
and the
Skywalker,
fact
dude.
that he's wearing all white.
Yeah, that too. It's like those two things combined scream Luke Skywalker. From
Someday I'm gonna
rooftops.
get off this rock
Mm-hmm.
and fight the Empire.
Fight the Empire. Fight the Michael Myers.
Da, 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 da.
He gets his lightsaber out, starts hitting him.
I don't think that could kill Michael Myers. Nothing seems to be able to.
Hey,
So-
go watch the Angry Video Game Nerds review of Halloween the game. Okay, those kids beat the
I
shit
have.
out of Michael Myers with boxing gloves.
I have.
Exactly. So don't you tell me what the hell.
So Michael Myers kills Annie.
Yeah, she.
Annie, are you okay? No, she's not.
No. She gets fucking her neck sliced in her car, and she's like left on the horn, just like honking it, and nobody hears her. Nobody. She's just left there.
And Annie, are you okay? No, she isn't.
Also, yeah, after this, like, Linda goes into Annie's house.
Yep.
And she's there with her boyfriend Bob,
Yep.
and they fuck a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like all they do.
They're also Laurie and the kids are watching The Thing from Another World on television.
Mm-hmm. Before they were watching The Thing when
Yeah, they're
Laurie
watching
and
The
Tommy
Thing
showed
from
up.
Another World. That's the main one. Then they're watching something. I don't know. It might be Forbidden Planet or something. I don't know this other movie.
Plan 9.
It's definitely not Plan 9 from Outer Space. That movie's fantastic.
I know, I'm just saying it because like it's
Future events like this will be part of your life in the future.
yes.
Chris Well presents.
Chris Well says. Chris Well predicts.
Chris Well's clues.
This is part of fate. Yes. Oh, that's what I was hoping. So, yeah, they're fucking.
Yep,
Mike
and
comes
then-
in, and he's fucking with stuff.
She
Not
sends
the
him
same
down
way
to
as
get
they
a
are.
beer. No, she sends him down to get a beer.
Uh-huh.
He gets the beers, but he gets more than beer. He gets strangled.
No, he doesn't get strangled. He gets grabbed, lifted up
Oh,
onto the wall,
and he gets
impaled
strangled.
into the fucking cupboard wall.
And then Michael Myers just like admires his
Yes.
his workmanship.
It's great. That's probably my favorite scene in the whole film, when he just stabs him, like impales him into the fucking wall, and then just like lets go, steps back, and just like tilts his head both ways. He's impressed with even himself.
It's not quite as good as in Clock Tower 2, the PS1 game,
Yeah.
where you can just walk in on Scissorman watching Bugs Bunny and Tweety cartoons and laughing.
I forgot about that. Oh fuck, that whole series is a fucking cartoon, bro. I love it.
The first one's really serious,
Yeah.
but
No, but even the first one's kind of a cartoon. Like, it kind of is. The second one, they just go full retardation with it, and that's the best.
The third one is a unrecognizable magical girl
Yeah,
anime,
because
though.
it's a fucking magical girl anime, exactly. And it's fucking beautiful.
So someone comes up to the room in a white sheet with the glasses on,
Yes.
and
That's terrible.
Linda is like, "Oh, very funny. Do you have my beer?" But the ghost is Michael Myers, so he kills her.
And he's going, well, I hate Linda, and she says nasty things to me.
Bad guy hit me in the shit, and I peed all in my pants.
Exactly.
Rockin' and rolling.
The
The seagulls poking my head. But the seagulls poking my head. Not fun. I said seagulls.
Stop it now.
But Michael Myers stabs me in the head. Not fun. I said, Michael, stop it now.
Bad guy stabs me up against the wall. And stepped back and tilted his head and looked at me.
You should put holy water on that bad guy.
Holy water on the knife.
Actually, would holy water work against Michael Myers?
No.
I think one of the later ones tries to explain what his deal is. But
Yeah. Dude, he's just retard strong. It's just Jason again. Until he becomes, like, supernatural.
well, no, it's not Jason again. It's Jason beforehand.
Yeah, it's Jason
It's
before.
Jason Begins.
But, I mean,
It's Jason Begins.
Yeah.
It's Jason Begins.
Right. It's like, it's just retard strong. Like, the 90s...
You know what the difference is between Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees is?
Mhm.
He's not wearing hockey pads.
That's true. But, like, the 90s was all about, like, supernatural killers. And, like, the 70s and 80s was all about retard strong killers. That's great.
Okay. But the best supernatural killer came about in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Yeah, exactly. But that was
So-
supernatural also, though.
That's what I said, supernatural.
Yeah. It was, like, the start of, like, supernatural being really cool.
Then Laurie goes over to check on them, finds all the corpses set up like a haunted house trap, including Annie on the bed with the headstone.
Uh-huh.
Annie's not okay.
Yeah, and Tommy and Lindsay are asleep upstairs. Annie got like strangled with the phone cord while she was calling Laurie,
Yes.
and Laurie's like,
And she-
"Oh, ha ha." Annie,
Laurie thought it
very
was
funny."
some obscene phone call joke.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, "Oh, ha ha, Annie, very funny. I get to listen to you bang."
All right, cool. I'm gonna hang up now, you weirdo.
And then Laurie basically just meanders out of her house and Melissa's up to the front door of Annie's place. Was it Annie's place?
No, it was the house of the kid's family.
Yeah, it was like Lindsay's house, I think.
Yeah. Well, then Lindsay doesn't own a house. She's a child. Lindsay's parents' house.
But like still, she lives there.
Yeah.
So yeah, she goes over there and everything, and then she finds like she doesn't see anything at first. The whole place is empty. Even Bob's body is like taken up off the wall.
Yep.
Which like, okay, but like, how long did it take him to clean the fucking blood off of it? Who the hell knows?
Look, what else does Michael Myers have to do in a day?
I just imagine him like taking the knife out and like basically being like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna set this one up over here. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some spackle.
Running around
I'm gonna get some
running
paint."
around the house.
He runs to
Just
Home
running around
Depot.
running around the house to the Clue theme.
Yeah, he fucking runs to Home Depot and just gets a whole bunch of shit again. It's just fucking. It's like a fucking montage of him fixing up the house. Like fucking. What am I thinking of? There's like one particular, like fucking like Big Comfy Couch style. Just running around the house like really quick and like
The
fast
day is-
forward.
Oh, you know the lady who played the clown in that?
Yeah.
The main character?
Uh-huh. What about her?
You ever see the X-Men? You ever see the X-Men animated show?
Yeah, of course. She was in that.
She's Jubilee.
Yeah, she was Jubilee.
She's
exactly.
Jubilee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that one.
Great. You're totally the best character. You're totally not the worst character on the show.
Hey, she was cool.
Okay, no, you're not Cyclops. He's the worst
Yeah,
character because he's Cyclops.
Exactly. You can't say she's the worst.
My favorite is still that episode where Apocalypse is like, I've located a mutant, young and with great power, and it shows a picture, like a film footage of Jubilee. I'm like, what are you talking about? She makes fireworks.
She's still an
She's
Omega
not
level
powerful.
mutant, though.
How? She's useless.
She's Omega level, bro. She can do shit with her fireworks.
What though?
She's like on par kind of with like Dazzler later on.
Ooh.
Like Dazzler's Omega also, and like fucking can do crazy shit with her light.
I have a feeling the Omega level and these are about as relevant as power levels in anime.
Hey, Iceman's Omega level also, and he becomes like once he gets let loose, he becomes fucking like the Ice King. It's fucking dangerous. He's like fucking Johnny Storm, but with ice.
Okay.
It's fucking hardcore. Anyway. So, yeah. Fucking big comfy couch style running around the house fixing the shit.
Yep.
Fucking
So,
mousetrap.
The whole freaking ghost house activates on Lori, and they pop out of closets.
The second she gets in the room and sees that the gravestone is on the bed with Annie, and then just like everything.
I'm not gonna make the joke. Don't worry. Yep.
Like just
it all goes down, and then she gets chased chased out of the house by Michael Myers. We see a cool shot of him on the stairs. Mm-hmm. She falls down the stairs, and I'm impressed she gets up and just soldiers on.
Hey, it's Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, that shit's not gonna stop her.
She was once married to Schwarzenegger in a movie.
Yeah, she was, and that movie was great.
True Lies.
Yeah.
And there's that dance scene which Arnold Schwarzenegger looked honestly uncomfortable to be a part of.
It was uncomfortable to watch.
But Arnold, even for Arnold, he's just sitting there like there's a bit where she falls over, and I don't think it was planned because Arnold kind of almost gets up like, oh no, Jimmy, are you okay?
Yeah, she fucking falls off the bedpost or something, and he's just like, oh, is she okay? Oh, okay, yeah, she's fine. He like sits back down. And it just like leans back again. I love that scene.
I love it because it seemed uncomfortable for everyone involved.
Everyone involved. But it's like, her falling down the stairs isn't going to stop her. Okay?
She was also in the worst Christmas movie of all time.
Mm-hmm. That too. But like she was like that fall down the stairs, like John Carpenter was like, this bitch is ready to fight aliens.
Really?
That's what told him. Like that's what told Hollywood that like she was ready to fight aliens, man.
When did Jamie Lee Curtis fight aliens?
She did, okay.
When?
She did.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Sigourney Weaver?
Yes.
Galaxy Quest, or is that Sigourney Weaver?
No, wasn't that her? That's what I was thinking of. Was that Jamie Lee Curtis or was it Sigourney Weaver?
I am checking that now.
Okay.
Galaxy Quest from 1999. Very good film. Sigourney Weaver.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was. Oh, okay, fuck me then.
The connection to Christmas with the Cranks is it was Tim Allen.
Yeah, there we go. That's what you were saying.
And let's not forget the real star of the film.
Mm-hmm. Alan fucking Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
So, yeah, she gets chased down the stairs and everything. She ends up basically going next door and, like, slamming on the door, but, like...
But they think it's a trick because Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, because it's Halloween, and she's a kid. Like, oh, it's just one of them. Oh, it's one of them kids doing one of them Halloween jokes. I want to go back to bed.
Fucking teenagers. Stupid kids. And she goes back to Tommy's house and, like, basically tosses a potted plant up to the window because the kids are sleeping.
Good arm on that potted plant throw.
Yeah, for sure.
Because... it's not just a pebble; it's a whole fern in a pot. It just throws it on the like several flights of stairs.
Hey, she's used to pulling weed, but it's another thing to throw.
Yeah. So they let her in. They barricade the house. They sends them across the street. Stabs Michael Myers in the neck. He gets back up.
Yes.
Hits him over the head with something and kicks him down a flight of stairs. He gets back up. Then Dr. Loomis comes in, empties a magnum into Michael Myers' chest. Mm-hmm. And we get the one line I don't like in the movie because it doesn't make any sense. Where after Michael Myers falls out the window, Laurie Strode asks Dr. Loomis, "What's the boogeyman?"
Yeah.
And he responds, as a matter of fact,
it is.
It was. It's like, no, but one of those lines is the wrong line.
Yeah. It's like that's a good response to another question, but not the question she demanded.
And this is weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure it's an editing issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because Donald Pleasance is a fantastic actor.
Yes.
And would not make that mistake.
Yeah, but it was his line, so he had to deliver it.
Well, it should have been. I would have put the emphasis on it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the boogeyman? As a matter of fact, it was.
Yeah.
That would work as a line.
Mm-hmm. That would make
for
sense.
This context, but the movie's over.
Semantics.
Movie's over.
Mm-hmm.
And surprising everyone who worked on it, it would get a sequel a few years later. But what did you think? That's the movie for another week. What did you think of this?
I thought it was great. I like this film a lot. Even
watch Halloween. Just go watch it.
Yeah,
it's one of the greatest. It's one of the great slasher films.
Even with all its flaws, all its like stupid dialogue sometimes, even like with like the cheesiness and like the huge like plot holes and everything that could have been solved so easily, it's still a good film, and it started a good series.
It's still, in my opinion, one of the few films I consider perfect, like Jaws.
Okay.
Jaws is a perfect movie.
I disagree with the perfect parts, because a lot of things could have been fixed in it, but I agree that it is a classic.
Like the only thing I can think of that can be fixed in it is just the "What's the boogeyman?" As a matter of fact, it was line. That's the only thing I can think of that could be fixed.
Yeah, if that line probably would have been fixed, it would have this movie would have been like 10 times better. It would have been like almost perfect. It would have gotten like a 9 from everyone. Probably would have been great.
I give this a 10. I give this a hard 10 out of 10.
It's
even considering that I don't. Yeah, I can analyze it intellectually as much till the cows come home. Mm-hmm. Whatever, I still love this film.
Yeah, for sure.
I still watch it every year.
3 sewing needles in each one of the main girl's eyes. It's real good.
You're giving it a 3 out of 10. Are you sure?
Well, 3 out of 5, whatever. 3 out of 4. Even.
Are you sure?
I'll give it 3 out of 4 even. Like 75% fresh. It's great.
Like I'm not gonna like veto your score. That's nonsense. But I'm just making sure you want to give it such a low a score as 3 out of 10.
No, I meant like I was implying 3 out of 5, but like 3 out of 4 even. Like I'm willing to give it that. Like I enjoyed it more when I was younger and I saw past all of the little problems with it when I was like in high school and everything. But watching it now, it's like I can maybe like I'm seeing a bit more of the problems, but I think that kind of
never forget we're on the internet. Never forget we're on the internet.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like I think it's still like a great movie. If anything, it just like it gave me a bit more like enjoyment, and like the fact that I can like watch it again now and like feel giddy seeing all the little problems and being like, I understand that shit. That's stupid, you know? Because like back when I was in high school, I didn't like completely realize all the things that were going on. Shit, I probably didn't even like realize that they were smoking weed in the car. But like whatever, it was great, and it still will be great.
Anyway, I've been Merrick D'Amato,
and I've been the weird Michael Myers, or the freaking the painted over fucking Shatner mask. Silver Shamrock.
The Shape, as he's credited as.
Yeah,
he's just credited as the Shape.
The Shape.
The Shape.
The Shape of the Silver Shamrock. Go get a Silver
Silver Shamrock. We'll get to that.
Time.
Anyway, Next week, we're going to be looking at Halloween 2.
Dose.
So until then,
Not
happy Halloween.
Not H2O. Just dose.
No, but that's eventually there's H2O.
Yeah. But just dose next time.
Dos.
Dose.
Ciao, guys.
Later.